Yo, what's up guys? It's Pygoz here, the Crypto Pie, and today's Friday, so we have another crypto market roundup, guys. I have a little bit of a cold, that's expected after Gamescom, right? After a week or so, you always get a little bit of cold, because there's so many people, so I might need to drink a lot during this, but let's get into this, guys. We're on the 6 hour, like usual, and we're going over Bitcoin, Ethereum to USD, and all the other altcoins to Bitcoin, alright? So let's get started. We got Bitcoin here, basically still in WXYXZ. You can watch any of my other videos and you're up to date with Bitcoin, really. So let's just get right into Ethereum here. On the 6 hour on Ethereum, it's right under the 55 still, but it's trying to bottom out here, right? It's really trying, guys. So yeah, what I would want to see is that it gets above these EMAs and moves into the cloud, right? And just tries to go for it, because Ethereum's been just having a bad time for months now. And, I'd like to see it obviously move up. So, let's see ADA here. Let me just drink something real quick. Right, so, ADA is very similar here to Ethereum. I mean, if you look at it, it's also under 55 EMA, also needs to get above, and then also needs to move up, but definitely some bullish RSI divergence here. On top of that, we have some bottoming going on here as well, so that's looking pretty good. Let's look at ADX. ADX is actually trying to get into the cloud here. It's getting rejected here, so I expect it to fall back to like the 21, maybe even a little lower, and then try again. Eventually we'll go through, right? So yeah, that's kind of how it is, but it is kind of grinding up price, which is not a good sign. Then we have ION. ION is well, it's actually above the cloud, guys, so you could see this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we still get a 5, right? So very simple. We could get something like that. I don't know exactly where the 5 will be, but somewhere like there, right? Maybe up there, so it coincides with there. But yeah, that's what I see on ION. So it's not looking bad for ION at all, guys. Yeah, it's one that's actually above the cloud, so that's good to see. But keep in mind that there's a thin cloud here, so it could fall through anytime. Let's see, Ambrosis here. Ambrosis is moving up just above both EMAs, actually also above the 100 EMA. It's really on its way to get above the 6 hour Ichi cloud, right? That'd be a really good sign. So yeah, look out for that. AppCoin is currently in between the 100 and the 21 and the 55 EMA. It needs to get above the Ichimoku cloud, and then it can also move. So a lot of them are looking very similar, guys, but this one, just like which one was it? ADX, I think. It's just grinding higher in price, so that's a little bit dangerous as well to see, right? Because it could definitely dump with seeing that. BAT. So BATcoin is just going basically just straight. It's not doing much, basically bottoming still, and yeah, that's what's going on with BAT. Basic attention. Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is, well, it's just bleeding, guys. It's not one I would want to buy at all. If it does get a rally, then you can buy it, right? I mean, even though it's a shit coin, I'd still make money on it. So yeah, you can definitely buy it when it does show you some kind of trend. Right now the trend's down, so yeah, just keep that in mind. Bitcoin Cash, the Tether, we don't need to go with that. Bluezell is still under the cloud. It's actually, the 21 tries to cross with the 55 here, which will be a bullish sign. It's also trying to bottom out here. So a lot of them are bottoming out, guys. Binance. So Binance, same story. Well, this is looking a little bit scary though, because of, well, one fact is basically this, right? So you don't want to see this break, but other than that, you know, else you get the meme of the head and shoulders, right? So, but other than that, if it doesn't break, you're looking okay. It just needs to break to the upside, right? That's what we want to see here. But right now, it's basically just going flat. BQX. Well, same story here. Just grinding higher price. It could dump anytime, but it could also just get just above that. But you know, the grinding higher price is a very dangerous pattern. I don't like to play that at all, because it could fall so easily. But at the same time, you know, if it pumps, you just wait for a pump, then come back, then you buy in, right? So Bitcoin 1, Bitcoin you no. Well, just quickly to touch on, the shorts have fallen immensely. Look at this, guys. So, well, it's currently at like 10 on the 6 hour, on the RSI. So, it could very well be that, you know, shorts might step in soon again, right? Which is why I'm still kind of targeting on Bitcoin for like that 7,400 area before we go down. But we might go down a little bit first, more, right, before we go further up. So, but yeah, that's how that works. Bitcoin Gold is actually showing quite some strength here. It needs to get above the Ichimoku cloud though. We kind of see a bullish one forming here. We are above the EMAs, so yeah, it's looking pretty good on Bitcoin Gold. BitShares. Well, BitShares is going sideways, which is I mean, a decent sign, right? For it to go sideways like that, it will probably go sideways for a while longer, and then, well, my expectancy is that it pops up because of this bullish RSI divergence right here. Now we have CMT. We have a nice fib on the RSI. So 886. Well, I kind of still want to see this go to the bottom then. Even though maybe, I mean, if it goes above the cloud, right now it's under everything, right? Except for it's still in the cloud. But yeah, if it gets above the cloud and above the EMAs, then it's bullish. But right now, even though this could be a thing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually, I don't like the 4 because it goes well into the 1, but it could still be a thing. And then you have a week 5, something like that. Dash is currently above the Ichimoku cloud. So that could be a buy somewhere on the cloud if you wanted to, and target, I mean, somewhere here, right? I mean, that would be very, I guess, normal. If we take a fib extension here to the top here, let's say the cloud will be that, then we get a 1-to-1. Yeah, see, that lines up exactly. So yeah, it's looking pretty good for Dash. Dent is currently above the Ichimoku cloud, in between the EMAs. I kind of want to see this. Well, actually, how much did this retrace? Let me see. 618, guys. That's our number. It's looking pretty good. If it touches here again, I'll certainly buy some. Even though it's a meme coin, I don't care. I'll certainly buy some, you know, just to make some money, right? Doc, well, it's just bottoming out here. We have a slight bullish divergence, so that's good to see. Elf, under the Ichimoku cloud, not one I want to touch right now. It's also grinding higher price, could fall further, so keep that in mind. EOS is actually one that looks good. It pumped, it's above the Ichimoku cloud. Kind of want to see it find support on here, then maybe buy it for a swing higher, probably to up here, right? To be honest. So yeah, ETC. Well, remember on ETC, like, oh, Coinbase this, Coinbase that. Well, look at it now, guys. All right, so it's just a hype, and after that dies down, and you know, then it goes back down, right? So yeah, it's definitely trying to bottom out here, which is good, and then we'll probably see another pump. Ethereum. We already went over the Ethereum USD chart. Ethereum Bitcoin is very similar here. It needs to find the bottom here, and then it could go again, right? Ethereum is not one that you can just say like, oh yeah, it's dead. Ethereum is the #2 cryptocurrency, guys. So whoever says it's dead is dead to me, okay? Because that's not what you say about the #2, right? So yeah, I can definitely see it making a run again at some point. Probably not yet. Probably has some more down time to go, and then yeah, we should see another run on Ethereum, and we will certainly play it. I will certainly make videos about it, etc. when that happens. Ethereum USD, already went over that. GTO, well, we're under I mean, we're at this wick level, so that's a little bit dangerous, but it is trying to bottom out here. Not really bullish RSI Divergence though, so it is kind of iffy. You know, it's not the most fun one to play here. I would not play that one. Sorry, guys. GVT Gens Vision, even though I like the project, I mean, it's looking okay here. Actually, it's above the Ichimoku cloud. So 1, 2, we could put some Elliott on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, the 4 doesn't get into the 1. I like that, and then we could see a 5 going somewhere up here, right? So yeah, it's looking pretty good for Genesis Vision, actually, guys. Might buy some at the cloud. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. GRS, well, I was in GRS, but hey, I took my profits here, and then I got stopped. The rest got stopped at break even. It just didn't want to go. But GRS definitely made a nice pump when it was here, and Eric called it. Eric's in our group. He called it. Full credit to him, because we certainly made some profits there. So after that, we tried to play it again, and it simply didn't go. But right now, it's on the Ichimoku cloud. It's not looking too good for GRS. HOT, well, it's a shit coin, but it's a shit coin that I'm willing to buy when it gets to 8 again. Simply because of the fact that it's in a range, and if it gets to 8, you can sell it at 12. As soon as you buy it at 8, though, guys, if you do, make sure you put your sell order at 12 immediately, or 11, something like that, or maybe it's 11 and 12, like split it up a little bit, because it's a very even if it would be liquid, it's hard to sell out, because you have like 11 Satoshi, 12 Satoshi. So what you could do is play the Ethereum chart instead, and then you have a lot more room to sell, because well, 1 Satoshi is a lot more I don't know what you would call it, like Satoshi Ethereum, right? So yeah, Icon's looking actually pretty good here, guys. It's above the Ichimoku cloud. I like to see that. You could put Elliott's on here. 4 doesn't go into 1. It's good to see. You could say like 5's going here, right? So it's looking pretty good on Icon as well. IOTA, same thing here, guys. Same thing could be said here. IOTA is a 1, 2, 3, 4. We could see a 5. So IOTA is looking pretty good as well. IOTX, well, grinding higher highs. That is not what you want to see. Like I said before, I mean, it's just scary, right? It's not one you want to play. There's definitely others you can play. So I know a lot of you guys are stuck in self-key, and that's sad. But you know, it happens. Definitely when you're new to trading, you get stuck in something. Okay, so it's completely normal and understandable. And it's looking actually pretty decent for self-key here. It's currently on the 21 EMA. It needs to get above the 100 EMA, then move to that Ichimoku cloud above it, then probably find some support, and it could go for another rally. And I will certainly play it, and will make a video on it when that happens, right? Kyber Network, we're grinding higher highs here as well in price. Like I said, guys, I don't like that pattern at all, so let's not play it. Chainlink, 1, 2, 3. It's an ugly one, but it's above the cloud, so we need to look at it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Could potentially see a 5, right? Let's just quickly do a fib extension on here. Very rough. 1 and then 1.4. Yeah. So it could potentially see a 5, guys. That is what I see on Chainlink here. Loom is grinding higher highs. It's trying to get above the Ichimoku cloud actually, and it's looking very much like Key here, right? Which the E21 just crosses the 100, etc. And it wants to get above the Ichi cloud. So yeah, that is what I see on Loom right now. Then we have Lisk. Well, 1, 2, 3. Well, remember I didn't want to see 4 cross into 1. That's what I said the last time, which already 2 weeks ago, and it did happen. Even though not so much, but it did go into the wicks, which is fine, not into the bodies. So I guess you could still call this valid. It's not one of the nicest charts, but it is valid nonetheless. And I can see Lisk still moving up to about this 9,050 Satoshi zone. Litecoin is just bottoming out, just going flat, but with a bullish RSI divergence, so that's good to see. Litecoin USD grinding higher highs, that's not good to see. Mana, well, also bottoming out. Some bullish RSI divergence here. Not too strong though. Still under the cloud as well. Definitely better coins to play. MFT. It's too hard to count. Okay, so it's currently in the cloud above the 100 EMA, above the 21, above the 55. It's looking okay-ish. I kind of want to see it get above the cloud before I would play this, but yeah, it's looking okay-ish. MTH is still under the Ichi cloud, under the 100 EMA, just above the 21 and the 55 though. It might want to move into the cloud. Cloud's getting very thin here. We might see this next week for a potential play, not right now. MTL is currently going sideways, but like a lot of the others, has some bullish RSI divergence, so it could pop, right? So yeah, that's MTL for you. Nano, well, this one you can immediately see, right? It's nice to see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 doesn't go into 1. Excellent to see here. 5 will be somewhere up here. I don't know. Probably here, right? So yeah, the Nano is looking pretty good. It's a shit coin, but it's looking pretty good, nonetheless. So let me check this out here. Here we go. So 2, and then we have like 2.618. Yeah, it's looking pretty good for a Nano. 1.618 for that 3. Yeah, it's looking pretty decent for Nano, guys. Not gonna lie. So NEF coin, it's under the Ichimoku cloud, under both EMAs. It is going sideways. It's not showing any bullish RSI divergence though, so it's not one that I would buy. Ncash is currently in the Ichimoku cloud, above the 100 EMA, above the 21 and the 55 EMA. Needs to get above the cloud, then it needs to kind of find support there in my opinion, and then we could potentially see a rally. But keep in mind that it is also grinding higher, like lower highs, which grinding is not, it's not my favorite pattern, right? Because it can fall. Everything can fall, of course, but the probability is higher on grinding ones. So Nablio. Nablio is currently in the Ichimoku cloud, is, well, in between a 55 and a 21. It needs to get above the 100 here, and kind of above the Ichi before I start being bullish. It is kind of showing like a little bit of green bullish cloud starting here, so it could become a bullish coin, right? We'll look at it next week. Neo. Neo is currently still under the Ichi cloud, in between the 21 and 55, really. It needs to get above the cloud before I start looking at Neo, even though I love Neo, but it's just not there yet, guys. Neo USD, kind of the same thing. OMG Bitcoin going sideways, showing bullish RSI divergence, so it's showing the same pattern as a lot of them. It could pop, and then I'm interested and I want to buy the retrace on some cloud or whatever, and yeah, go for some Elliot's up, right? So that's what I'm looking at. Ontology had a very nice pop here. I mean, whoever played this, guys, absolutely nice, right? So what we see here is basically 1, then this 2 is like a very complex 2 here, because it's basically just going sideways. Then the 3 is gonna be decent, depending on how long this sideways movement will be. But I'd say about this 1-to-1 at least. So that's another 50%, and maybe the 1.618, right? So that would be 100%. So that's what I see on ontology right now. Would I buy this right now? Not just yet. Not just yet. Cause it's going. I don't like this this 2, right? The 2s that just go sideways. They're really annoying. I mean, you can buy, but it might need to wait a few weeks before it actually pops. Okay, so yeah. PivX. So patience will pay off, though, guys. Patience will always pay off in trading. So just be patient, follow your plan, and you won't make money unless you are just really stupid and you buy like very high, right? Like when it's super FOMOing, etc. But as long as you buy good dips, you buy into, well, you understand the Elliots or Fibonacci's or both. Both is the best, obviously. Yeah, you will most likely get out on top, guys. And risk management is very important. It doesn't always mean that you need to stop out your complete position. Sometimes you can just stop out like half your position or quarter, and then just scale in again and like get out with like a tiny loss, or maybe even a tiny profit, or some decent profit, etc. But definitely look at what the market is doing. Don't anticipate everything. Also react. All right, reaction is a big part of trading. So PivX is going sideways here, showing a little bit of bullish RSI divergence. So a little bit, right? Not much at all. So it's not one I want to play. POE grinding higher highs. Like I said, guys, I don't like the pattern. Power, very similar to PivX. So yeah, not very interested. Quant Stamp is actually in the Ichimoku cloud under both EMAs, though. Could fall out of the cloud again. It's not looking too good for Quant Stamp. Qtum is under the Ichi cloud, in between the 21 and the 55. Needs to get above it, in the cloud, above the 100 EMA, preferably above the cloud. And then we might be able to see a bull run. Not for a while, guys. So keep that in mind. RLC. Well, RLC was in the cloud, and now it's going down again. But let's just see what the fib says here, okay? We're actually in this 618, then we're having a tiny bounce here. We'll have to see if this is sustainable, okay? Because if it is, then we could potentially see a 3 being made, okay? And if that is the case, that would be a very bullish sign, because you'll get at least around here and perhaps even up here. Which will be a lot of profit, guys, right? I mean, that's like 41 and 80. So, yeah, that's definitely one to watch. So, I'm putting it on the watch list. Salt is currently in the Ichimoku cloud, in between the 21 and the 100 EMA. It needs to get above the Ichimoku cloud. It does show a tiny bit of bullish here, bullish cloud. If it gets above it, then we might see a rally, all right? Storm, slight grinding higher highs. I mean higher lows. I don't like that. Like I said, guys, it's a dangerous pattern. So Stratus, same thing here. Grinding high lows, dangerous pattern. Substratum is actually looking pretty good here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you could say that, right? This will be the 1. This will be a 2, 3, 4. Well, no, not really. Because it gets into the 1. I don't like that. I wouldn't really touch that then. But let's see some fibs here. Yeah, this is a very ugly one. Definitely better ones to play that more perfect looking. Tron, grinding, currently in the cloud though. I want to see it get above it before, actually show some bullish momentum before I get in on Tron. VeChain, very nice bounce here. Okay. But now you need to look out, because when you see something like this, guys, this is not good, okay? this is basically ascending. You don't want to see ascending. You want to see a descending for the next pop-up. So what you wanted to see here is basically something like this, right? To make a flag instead of ascending. So yeah, I wouldn't touch this. Wobby. Wobby is, well, grinding higher lows here. It's just in the Ichimoku cloud. I kind of want to see it above it, and then touch it and actually show me like some bullish, at least a first bullish wave. Maybe this is your first bullish wave though, but yeah, it's not one I want to play. One chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I see a tiny Elliott going here. Tiny one. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of what you're looking at on one chain here. You also have the bullish cloud, so it's confirming a lot. Okay. Waves. We have a higher low here. Other than that, what was the retracement on waves? You see, I'm not taking this wick because I consider that a bull trap, right? 0.5. Okay, well, yeah, it's looking pretty good on waves. What will be target here? Let's take a quick gander. 1 to 1 at least, and then maybe 1.618. Okay, so that is kind of what you're looking at on waves. Walton chain actually looking very good here, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seems to be done. I would have shorted that, but I don't know where you can even short this. But after 5 waves, guys, it's an excellent shorting opportunity. That is when money is made on shorting. So definitely always look for that. Okay, if you know how to short. Other than that, I mean, it needs to kind of retrace this whole move now. So I'm looking for the 0.5618 somewhere here, and then see how it reacts there. See if I want to buy in and maybe play for the next wave, because the next wave is going to be a big one, right? It's going to be 3, so it's going to be something like that. So let's say somewhere here. You know, it's going to be a big wave because that is the small one is done. Bitcoin Euro, Bitcoin USD, Stellar. Oh wait, that's an important. Stellar Lumens. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this pattern, guys. We do have some higher lows here, but it's just not looking too good for Stellar. It's not one I would trade. Monero. Yeah, it's just above the Ichimoku cloud. I would want to see it get support here before I would play this. But yeah, it is above Ichi cloud. I do want to see some bullish ones starting here as well. But yeah, it's looking decent. Ripple. Under Ichi cloud, under EMAs, it is putting in a higher low though. Yeah, I would want to see it get support here before I touch it. Let's see the FIB though. Yeah, it probably gets down to 618 still, and then maybe it will pop. Maybe it will pop. But you know, it's not very bullish right now. It's not even above the cloud. So Ripple USD, we don't care. Verge, you know, it's one of those grinding patterns for higher lows. I'm not interested. ZEC. Well, this one's very choppy. I wouldn't play this, guys. Too choppy, right? So when you see something like this and you have all these other beautiful charts, why would you want to play this, right? Just no point. Zilliqa is looking pretty decent here. 1, 2, maybe getting into its 3. I don't know. But it's currently in the Ichimoku cloud, in between the 21, 55, and 100 kinda. I want to see this get above the cloud. Show me a little bit of bullish one, and then maybe we can play it. ZRX is currently bottoming out here. But you have to keep these in mind, right? This is another one of those Coinbase ones that might get on Coinbase. So maybe you want to pick this up like around these bottoms. But hey, that's very speculative, purely based on the Coinbase thing. So, but it's showing some bullish RSI Divergence as well. But it's not above the cloud, and it's under all EMAs as well. So keep that in mind, right? That's pretty much that, guys, for the whole you know, crypto market roundup. So yeah, has a lot of the same patterns. Quite a bit of bullish RSI divergence on a lot of them. And yeah, some are looking pretty good to play for next week. So I'm glad I went over them. Because when I go over them, guys, I also go over them for myself, right? To see what I can play next week. What's coming up. So yeah, it's always good to see, guys. Also, if you're not in my Telegram yet, join up with the CryptoPies blog, where you can ask me any question, you can ask other people questions. It's just a great chat box to be in, right? So join up with that. Let's see what's going on here. Eric's always posting good stuff, guys. Eric's a good member, amazing guy. I love him. So we got orders. Okay, so yeah, you guys were talking about Redcoin here. I don't have funds on Bittrex, so I'm not playing that. But yeah, Redcoin, I did play it when I did had funds on Bittrex like a year ago or something. When Bittrex was still popping. Right now I just don't. So yeah, that's my 2 cents for that. But yeah, it could definitely pop. It does have a lot of volume here. Doge as well, Ethereum as well. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. So yeah, guys, join up with that. Also, join up with the CryptoPies feed, where I post all my videos, post about upcoming ICOs. When I find an ICO, I'll tell you guys about it, right? To whitelist for it. So yeah, you are ready for the sale. What I look for in the ICO is a good team, low token metrics, so low market cap, so it's easy to flip, and of course a blockchain project, right? Or a protocol. So it needs to be an infrastructure, because those just give you the best gains. Also, guys, follow me on Twitter, which is twitter.com/Pygoz, and follow me on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Pygoz. And if you like to see me play some games, then you can follow me on Mixer, which is mixer.com/Pygoz. And that's that, guys. Both telegrams will be in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit that post notification button. And if you've got any questions at all, leave a comment below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.